Yeah, I think, the Metrolina name, what I want it to stand for is anytime someone thinks, hey, we got to go do this, which is something new, the first person they're going to call is Metrolina. And that, whether it be a consumer thing, a greenhouse innovation thing, whether that be a thing we do with expansion, I want those folks to think of Metrolina first. Yeah, I mean, it's 50 years. There's a lot of key milestones.
There's a chronological order of them, how each one led to the next thing, because obviously we'd never had the data analytics without the things we did prior to that. We wouldn't have had the automation without the computers. We wouldn't have that. So it's just, as you go along, you can see every 5 to 10 years, there's been a big shift in what we do.
Yeah, for me, one of the key milestones, and we weren't even around, but when Dad got the original land in Huntersville.
Well, it's all because of him that we're here, because when we first were married, we lived in Holland. Then we moved to America and we started here, and he just had all these great ideas. His big dream was 12 acres.
And now we build 12 acres a year.
I know. This says the first summer in Huntersville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that house.
The furniture and the walls.
Remember that house? 1 bedroom, 3 kids, 4 kids. 4 kids.
And this is the first greenhouse we built up there.
But yeah, I remember when Dad invented the transplanting machine and watching, because he used to be on the line and you'd have all these people on the line having to plant plants, and now it does that automatically.
And it's also the crane system, because the transplanters made the production barns go so fast, we couldn't do it on small benches, and that's where the larger table movers and bigger MX greenhouses came from. How fast can you produce? Because that's how fast you need to ship.
His big thing was automate or stagnate. That's what he always said, and he believed in it.
For me, the biggest innovation is the mindset. It's a mindset of innovation that every day, whether it's us or whether it's the people on the team or what Dad did, there's innovation happening every day. And I still believe 50 years in, innovation's still the core of what we do. Another key milestone for me is when big box garden centers, Kmart, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, all put in big garden centers. That was big for our business and still is today. Somebody had to meet that demand, and a lot of people in the industry wouldn't take the risk to go expand. So I think our biggest success is our willingness to expand and invest in the company, in expansion, in our team, so we can grow like we have.
I look at the legacy of Dad and how are we honoring that, or how are we continuing with it. We're still automating, we're still looking at new innovation, we're still out there looking, what's the next big thing. When it comes to family, I look at how we all work together, we're able to do things together. We most of the time enjoy each other's company.
We're a family business. There's not a lot of businesses this size that are still family run.
It's like a personal touch. The leaders of the greenhouse know everybody by name.
It's also seeing the families that you affect in the greenhouse too. We have a lot of families that depend on us to make sure the business is running. And that's continuing the legacy of what Dad did, because he had a lot of families that depended on him.
For me, my biggest excitement is, and this is a tough thing to say, Art and I are the oldest people in the room now, which means we got a great young team ready to get the next 50 years. And I wouldn't have said that 5 years ago. Really, the last 5 years, we have invested in our team, invested in our people, and really built a leadership structure that I think can sustain us for a lot of years to come.
My big excitement looking at it is that we've turned this into what used to be a 12 to 14 hour workday here, and we've turned it into a normal environment. And most greenhouses, when they come here, are like, you don't work 12 to 13 hours a day during the spring? No, we have a system, it works well, and we've built a normal working environment here.
Being more sustainable or doing things that are good for business, and also just helping the process run a lot smoother, whether it's cleaner water, using wood boiler heat, and just we use bugs to control insect pressure, and a lot of things we do to continue doing those things.
For years we've been about sustainability. For years we've been about revenue growth. For years we've been about working to keep making things more automated and innovate. But now we're also, one of our 4 pillars is investing in our team. And I think that change about 5-10 years ago, saying we got to invest in our team and we got to invest in our people and we got to make this a great place to work every day and people feel good about it. That's what's most rewarding to me. I think it's still got years to go till we get really good at it, but that change to making this a world-class employee experience is going to help us keep growing. When I think about our product, we always talk about innovation and growth, but quality's got to be a pillar of that too.
What is quality? Quality is having a quality place to work, growing quality plants, but making sure our end consumer has a quality experience with that too. Because if they don't, then we're not gonna have customers next year. So we gotta make sure that we put something in front of a consumer that they're gonna be successful with.
Yeah, 50 years, it's awesome, you know, and this is second generation working it now, so I just keep hoping third generation will do it too.
And I know coming across that boat 50 years ago, Dad would have never thought we'd have what we have today, that we'd be able to build what we have. And what does the next 50 years hold for us? Man, I just hope it's just as good as the first 50 years. If we could do that, we're gonna be in awesome shape.
What we've accomplished this last 10 years, I mean, it's unbelievable. So what we're gonna be able to accomplish the next 50, I think is just, the sky's the limit.